Hello everyone, DJ Aaron here. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to do a live stream with a mixer like this. And one of the very reasons is if you want to route audio through OBS, you can do that. And I will show you how. Alright, so you guys know that this mixer is USB capable, and it is USB capable, but what you also didn't know is you can patch it through OBS. And there are ways to do it. And if I do this little drop down for mic and aux and go into properties, you will see that my mixer is microphone 3-USB audio codec, and it is set, but usually when OBS is first set up, it will be set up to default. What you want to do is change this to the proper codec and click OK, and then that should pop up. Another thing you can do is you can go into Control Panel, which I already have Control Panel already set up here. You could go into Hardware and Sound, go into Sound, and set it up. Alright, so speaker 3-USB audio codec is not set up, and the reason why is I'm not patching USB audio back into the mixer. Right now I have speakers Realtek audio as my source, which is going through an analog input into the back of the computer. So I got that. So what you want to do is go here, select microphone 3- USB audio codec. First you must go into properties. This is already set up for me, but you want to go into properties. You want to go into advanced, and if this isn't set up for 2-channel stereo, you set it up for 2-channel stereo, 44.100 hertz CD quality, and click OK. Now, if you don't want to allow applications to take exclusive control of this device, you can untick these, but I'm leaving them ticked because depending on which application I have open, I want that application to have control over it. So that's why I have that set up. Also, levels, you want to make sure your levels are set. Right now I have it set to 81, which is good enough for me. Listen, you want to untick listen to this device. So yeah, there's a lot you can do with this and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that since it's already set up and it is my default. So to know that you have audio and stuff, you want to be able to check. So what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do to check this is I'm going to go into my music. I have this turned down, by the way. Have that turned down, by the way. I'm going to go into music files, and we're going to do Guns N' Roses. Won't hear anything coming out of the headphone jack, but if you look up here, I am getting audio from the mixer. Okay, I'm getting audio from the mixer to OBS. So that's how to do that. So I could turn this main mix down. Okay, I can turn main mix down. As you can see, it is still going. So I do got main mix down just to prove that it's still going. What it's doing, it's actually picking up the pre-fader stuff. And it's only going by this fader. The more I turn this fader up, see how high that is? I want to stay in and around the 0 unity gain, and I want to stay within that. So we could turn main mix back up. We could see that my levels are good. So there's main mix. There's a little audio bleed through the headphones, but that's alright. At least it's through the headphones and not through the USB like the last one. Anyways, so we got that. As you look at here, you'll see that the signal LED blinks every now and then. Alright, this is just showing you that I do have signal. The more I turn it up, the more there is signal. Alright, so the more there is signal, the higher it is, you start clipping. Like right there. And I'm now overdriving OBS. So we want to bring that back down to where the clip light ain't lighting anymore, which I have it set in the middle. And OBS is now happy. So, yeah. So I do like live streaming shows on CamUp, and I have to have good quality audio. Otherwise, it will just sound like crap if I had it turned all the way up. So, there's that. So, like I say, I do use one microphone. I have 2 CD players that are on these channels and a turntable that I use as well. So with some of these channels, I can mute them. 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9 and 10. So I can mute any of these channels if I don't need them. You know, and it's pretty good. Since I'm using 11 and 12, that one stays unmuted. So at any time, alright, so at any time that I'm not using these channels, they could be muted and all that. So the mic channel, I do mute a lot during the show because I don't want a hot mic during the shows. And, you know, for one, if you're going to talk, you're going to want to unmute. But if you're not talking, you're going to want it muted, but you can leave this fader up. So the beauty part of the mute is just to mute the signal, and then when you're ready to talk, you can unmute the signal. And the same can be said for these channels as well, because if I had like 4 guests in the studio, I can mute each of the channels, which is cool. So I pretty much have that. So there's that. So as I was saying, there's my audio channels and stuff, which is important for doing a live streaming show, but to audio mix with a mixer like this, if you don't know what you're doing, just follow one channel strip, because if you could run one channel strip and actually know what it's doing, each channel strip is the same, so each channel strip repeats. So microphone on this channel, you can have 2 other microphones on this channel, and then 4 stereo inputs. They all do the same thing. Okay, so you're not going to get lost in using a mixer like this. So each fader does the same, pretty much the same scenario. So yeah. The thing that I forgot to mention in the overview video is this wireless Behringer microphone system, which I do not have. It uses a little USB dongle, and you can run a wireless microphone off of either channel 1 or 2, which I find really interesting, to say the least. For my mic channel, I have the EQ and compressor setup. So what the compressor allows is pretty much adds a little, if you want more of a radio boomy voice, you could set a compressor up for that, which is pretty cool. And then I also got EQ set up. I got my high, mid, and low. And my pan is center. You could do it right or left, depending which one. Which is cool. So what I was talking about was you want your faders at unity gain, just to make the software happy. So if I go ahead and play the audio again, you can tell that the software is happy. Like if I turn it all the way up, OBS is not happy. Well, slightly not happy, but you want it in unity gain, so there's that. So what I'm using right now to test this is good old Winamp. So OBS is happy, and if you turn it all the way up, it's not happy. So it works in that sort of way. So what happens if I want to do desktop audio? Well, let's see. Let's go into properties. Let's see what this does here. Alright. So let's unmute this. It does nothing. So yeah, that does nothing. And the reason why it does nothing, let's try something here, and I'll go back. All right, we'll go in the control panel, we'll go into here, and let's do set default. Okay, so yeah, that does nothing. All right, so that attests my theory that that is only a playback fader. So let's go back to speaker out, and we are now back on a normal fader. Okay, so that attests my theory that 2-track is only a playback fader. Alright, so that was easy. Alright, so if I hit the mute button, this mutes the audio that's going in. If I unmute, it takes the audio and plays it back. So, oh wait, the reason why that wasn't working, so let's try that again. Let's go back into hardware and sound. So the reason why that wasn't working is, yeah, let's see. Okay, so that attests my theory as well. That doesn't work on 2-track USB. So the main out literally does nothing. And I think that's why it's set up that way. It does nothing. So yeah, not bad though. So if I go back and play this back, my audio is back. So yeah, have to use analog inputs if you use a board like this, if you want to do live streaming. So not bad. You just have to really actually do it that way. So not bad. So there's that. My webcam is not hooked up right now. I'm just relaying just audio. But you get kind of the scenario. So if you wanted to set this mixer up for streaming, you just have to remember that USB is for record only, and it's nothing more than that. So yeah, it can play back, but like I said, it plays back on a fader that will not go out to OBS, as you particularly saw, but it's not a big deal. I just make do with the 12 channels that I have, and I just ignore this fader, and that's that. So yeah, not bad, but I just wanted to show you guys how I do all this stuff and how I manage to combat it and be able to work around it. So anyways, that's how I do my live streaming setup anyways, mixer wise. But yeah, anyways, peace out, practice and enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video, where I will talk more about this mixer and give you my opinions in a proper review of it. So anyways, I will see you all in the next one.